All right, here we go. We're working on the Blazer again, installing the windshield. So I have my new weather strip already. This is the locking strip. I got the chrome that's gonna go on. Chrome locking strip. Gonna go on it once I get it on. Got my windshield still behind there, all covered up and everything. I'm gonna get the gasket on first. Put it on, and we'll go from there. But that's my game plan. I got my tools. I got my soapy water. I got these things for the locking strip, for pulling the weather stripping back to get it locked in with the glass, and other little things I might need. So let's get to it. This is gonna be a while probably. You know, the thing I'm doing basically with this is, like, I want to be able to say that I did pretty much 100% of everything, and you know, I already painted it, and I feel like that was the harder or hardest thing to actually do. Yeah, it didn't turn out excellent, or it's not perfect or anything like that, but you know, at least I can say I did it. And so that's one more thing I can say with the windshield and everything that I did. So yeah, it's gonna suck, I know that, and it's gonna take me quite a few hours, but at least I'll be able to say I did it, just like everything else. So let's keep it going, and catch you up as soon as I get that in. All right, as you can see, I got most of it in. I got about a third of the way to go. So the key with this is pushing it together, and pushing it into the slot, and like, so obviously I'm using two hands while I do this. So I'm pushing on one end, holding here with one hand, holding here with another hand, and pushing them together. It takes all the slack out of it and squeezes it in. And then definitely do the same while you're in this spot over here. I'm sure you've seen the videos or whatever, installing them, basically explaining how to install this. It's actually pretty good. It's actually helping a lot. I already kind of put this up here and see if we're good to go, and I think we're gonna get lucky. So definitely put in the effort your first time, and I think it'll end up going in exactly how you want it or need it when you're ready to put it in the glass. So I'm gonna finish this up. All right, we got the weather stripping in. Not too bad. I think I shoved it down in, like, I tightened it up too much. To be honest, it was too tight up top. I didn't have enough. So this is definitely doable. I mean, I've only gotten this far so far, but I mean, it's a decent amount of work. Definitely sweating and putting in some effort, but I mean, it seems pretty doable for sure. This part, you know, I wouldn't worry about, like, if you watch the videos of, like, the install, they're kind of stressed about the like getting enough slack and whatnot, or having too much slack is an issue. Honestly, I didn't really have an issue at all. This is from LNC. I mean, just pay attention to the install videos when you do it, and you know, it's actually going pretty good. It took me maybe 45, almost an hour, somewhere around there, just for this. I did match up the seam with my antenna. That kind of moved around a little bit while I was getting some slack out or pushing slack in, so just pay attention to that if you're doing this. But other than that, I'm gonna spray it up with my soapy water, get it all nice and lubed in there, and I'm gonna put the glass in. So I'm using the original glass. I just cleaned it up a bit, about an hour's worth. Scraped all along the sides with I'll actually show you. So not one of these, but one of these. It bends easily, so when you're doing like glass around the curves and everything, it kind of bends with it instead of digging into it. This is a lot harder. Obviously, these don't really bend that well. But yeah, so I used those, scraped off as much as I could. It definitely cleans it up. I did it with the windows, like the side windows and the wing window. It definitely helps. Definitely makes it look better. I used my soapy water and everything like that while I was doing it. And I also did around the edges, because they had like weather stripping there, basically like the glue. So yeah, this is the original glass. I think it looks awesome. Unfortunately, I had to take out some like cool stickers that were on there, kind of had dates and stuff like that on it, but I have pictures of them, and I was able to save one. The other one, not so much, so it's okay. I was able to clean it up, so I think it looks pretty good. And now we're gonna actually get it in there. Alright, so it's the next day, and I finished about 10:30 last night. I didn't actually end up finishing because I ended up breaking the windshield. So it was about 6 hours worth of work. It was a lot of work. It was actually hard. So I'm gonna have to end up buying a new windshield, and I think I might just pay somebody to do it for me. I mean, obviously it's pretty hard to do it just by yourself. So I already got that ordered. Already got scheduled an appointment and everything like that to actually have it installed. But let's check it out before I take it off. I mean, as you can see, I was pretty much there. I have it all in. And then, I mean, at first it didn't look that bad. I made it worse after the first crack because I was just a little irritated trying to, you know, I spent all that time and effort doing this, and then that ended up happening. So that's a bummer because I was really looking forward to being able to use the original windshield. I think it's pretty cool. And, you know, saying that I did it myself, but it's okay. I'd rather have it done right than, you know, me keep breaking windshields. So we're gonna take the windshield off, and I'm actually gonna start getting this thing ready to like kind of be road ready. So I'm gonna put on like the grill and the turn signals, the bumper. I'm gonna do the rear tail lights as well. That way I can drive it over and get the windshield installed. It's only like 10 minutes down the road, but you know, I'm not trying to have any problems or anything like that if I get pulled over. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get this thing road ready pretty much. I mean, it's not gonna be complete, obviously. I'm not even gonna put the hood on or anything like that. So just gonna get the basics on there and get it going. Back working on the bumper. I like these little push guards for the bumper. That's the original one that was on the old bumper. Took it off. It also has a bracket back here that I needed to put on anyways. So yeah, I pretty much have all the bolts undone. I already cleaned this piece up with some quadruple zero steel wool again, and now we're just installing it. Show you the back of this one. It already has like this built-in nut, bolt, and then it has this nut also that goes into the bumper from the back that you're gonna be using. But as you can tell, it's kind of rusted. See a little bit in there. So I cleaned it up, spray painted it. Well, actually I used like a rust reformer type of thing in there. But yep, once I get these on, I'm going to clean them up a little better. I got some plastic stuff that I can put on this to clean that up. I got some stuff that'll shine that right up. So yeah, looking good. Obviously the bumper isn't fully in place, but we're gonna put these on first and then we can get it where we need to go. So let's get to it. Working on my wheels, painting them. Already cleaned up the rings. Got a little overspray on it. It's alright. Got the rear done already. I mean, the front done already. So I ended up painting this. I'm gonna get a new one that kind of goes over that. This is the original one, so it's the metal. It's just painted, but yeah, it looks all right. The front looks okay. I think the rear is gonna come out a little better. These are the old ones that were on there from the rear. So yeah, unfortunately the ones that I bought, the new ones, they don't have like, they're not completely like, you can't go through them, right? They have the ones that have the hole here instead of a sticker or whatever's there. It's just an open space that goes right on the front ones usually because they have the locking hubs. But I don't have the locking hubs on mine, and with the original ones that were on here before I painted it, it looked like it was one piece. So obviously I bought the one-piece one thinking that it was a one-piece one up here. Obviously it's not, so now I have to buy the new ones with the hole or the cutout. But I mean, now you can see the total difference. You know, this is at the end of the axle. This is actually attached to it. But got new lug nuts, painted this up, cleaned up the ring, took the wheels off, pressure washed, you know, used my degreaser and all that good stuff, pressure washed it again, cleaned it up, primered it, and then painted it. Before I can go on the road, I needed to take these wheels off and clean them up and make sure the studs and the lug nuts were actually good, because a lot of the lug nuts were super damaged, or they were stuck on there but they were loose, if that makes any sense, right? So a lot of them were like that, obviously unsafe to drive. I was missing a couple. I had regular nuts on there instead of lug nuts. So obviously I want to make sure the tires and the wheels are properly on the vehicle before I start driving it. So that's what we're doing right now. We're all done up forward, waiting on the rear ones to dry. We're gonna put them on, and then tomorrow we're actually taking this Blazer down the road to get the windshield installed. So let's keep it going. As you saw, we had troubles installing the windshield, so I'm actually on my way to get the windshield installed at a local place down the road. So we got the Blazer outside running right now. Gonna follow my wife there, and we're gonna get the windshield installed. Still got that squeak going on. I'm not too sure what that's from, but all our gauges are working. We just have the speedometer jumping around a little bit. But temp's good, oil pressure's good, volts are good. Got the Blazer back home with the windshield installed. Obviously finished up the wheels. right, that'll probably pretty much do it. I haven't really cleaned it up. I mean, I literally just put it in park. So, you know, they smudged some things here and there that I gotta clean up. But other than that, I think it looks pretty good. Definitely went with the chrome around the windshield, the chrome piece. I like that. I think it looks good. So, moving right along. This thing actually drove pretty well. So, I mean, mechanically, it's pretty decent. I mean, it's just pretty squeaky. I can't figure it out. What's squeaking so bad? So, because I already replaced a lot of the bushings, the leaf springs, shocks. It's something up forward. So I'll have to check, you know, make sure everything's lubricated and stuff like that. Hopefully that'll get rid of the squeak. But I mean, it's looking pretty sweet. Definitely looking good. I think I'm gonna start working on the hood so we can actually see what it's gonna look like with the hood on. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty much 100% road ready, like it's legal and everything like that. Everything works, you know, stuff like that. So, other than the hood, you know, but yeah, moving right along, let's keep it going.